What a delight to encounter this renegade iconoclast artist with his many happenings, from cutting off a finger to butchering a pig in public to creating a double that they set on fire, throwing ink in a art minister's face. I loved hearing about his approach to art and to challenge the conventions of society in a playful yet very academic and challenging way. It was also brilliant to be able to hear from him directly. Usually you don't get that in an artist documentary film. It's usually in postmortem, and you just get what others have said about him. But this documentary was extremely thorough in getting to see the footage from these events and the clippings and the news reports, the police officers who arrested him. It was just very thorough and comprehensive and still fun, and had that kind of danger to the piece also, and didn't shy away from the challenges and the idiosyncrasies of his life.
This was so interesting, so fascinating. This artist is extraordinary, and so many things I didn't know about him that were revealed in the documentary. So I'm really grateful for having watched this. From technical stuff, from the title, the artist who cut off his finger, so simple and yet so powerful. And this is kind of the philosophy of the whole documentary. Everything is stated very matter of fact, but it really tackles into universal themes. The rage towards social constructions and rebellion, and also self-expression. There are many lines that either he says, Pinoncelli says, or his collaborators that really exude wisdom and wisdom. I really love how it begins, as again matter of fact and so powerful. Really, I guess really follows the philosophy of his art. Shocking. Shocking the norm. So I really enjoyed this. I love how the cinematography engages with different forms of visuals that engage with the music in a very subjective, strong, characterful way. A really beautiful documentary.
Fantastic. I think for anyone who isn't familiar with Pinoncelli, this documentary does a great job at painting the entire picture. There's just so much to say about this gentleman, and it's really put together rather well here. The narration is just perfect. It's got this proper tone to it, which is a great contrast. It's just some of the eccentricity of Pinoncelli and his works. It's also just really well written. There's a lot of it's entertaining. There's good humor in there. There's again the good contrast. Overall, it's just a really entertaining documentary about a really remarkable person who's just done some really out there stuff. It really packs a lot in. I would even say it could probably make a great feature. There's just so much. There's so much baked in there. There's so much good stuff. But yeah, the documentary lays it all out really well. We get the complete picture. It's put together fantastically.
Wow, this is very, very interesting documentary. I'd never heard of this person, this artist. I loved all the elements of this documentary. From the black and white to the color use and the photos, the actual footage from the past. I just found this artist very intriguing and, very gutsy. Anyone who would self-mutilate for an activism reason, you do question, how can this person do this? And the fact that his face never changed, like when he was burning his face, and his facial expression didn't even show pain. That was a little disturbing, but interesting at the same time. This guy just seemed so passionate about the purpose of what he was doing. a lot of it was just the content of this was very interesting and intriguing. It had me, intrigued throughout the whole thing. The pacing was good. The narration was great. All the different people that were interviewed. It was such a artwork in itself. The fact that he had a psych eval done at some point and what they diagnosed him as and how he found, that as a positive thing, a series of great qualities or positive qualities, I think he called it. Just very interesting. And the old pictures, the history of this, the information and the knowledge that I gained from this of who this person was and what they went, the extent to which they went to make their point.